It was -4 Celsius this morning, a frosty reminder to skim the back of my closet for extra socks and gloves. The days are so short and the light fleeting. As the solstice approaches, I find myself gazing at the single flame of a candle, reflecting on the darkness and how to keep one's thoughts focused on the light during such times. Yesterday, I decided to go through the items of my memory chest. When I was a child, my father sent it to me when he was in the Middle East. For the most part, it is full of letters, replies to the countless I've sent since I was old enough to write. As a child, I deeply wanted to be a writer and would send notes to all my favorite authors asking for writing advice, who, more often than not, would humor this 9-year-old and write back. I spent so many years sending these letters, reading, and filling countless pages with my stories and poems. I still hope to write a few books in my lifetime, but thankfully my obsession has now been balanced with more interests. When it comes to your hopes and dreams, it is quite liberating to realize that there is no need to rush. You have an entire lifetime to fulfill them. When you see your goals and aspirations from that perspective, you can take a deep breath and cultivate an enjoyment of each day as it is, while steadily working towards who you want to be or what you want to do. Life suddenly slows down. The days become longer and more detailed. The future is still important, but not the object of all your efforts. I used to focus on the future far too much, dwelling on the unknown, giving it power over my present. What will happen to this planet and its people? Will the hardships of this year ever end? Will I achieve my dreams? Is the future as dark as people say it is? When I fall into this despairing attitude, I forget what I am capable of right now. I look into the eyes of my young students and see hope for a joyful life, and suddenly I'm ashamed for not being an example of light to them. If we cannot support our little people and inspire them to be better and more loving of this planet, to take action instead of giving in to despair, then we have lost sight of the flame. I'm guilty of that very distraction, finding it easier to walk away instead of asking myself, how can I help? We can each be a source of hope, commit to action, and most importantly, choose to be joyful in our lives. Be an example to others who have given up and turned away from the light. As the solstice approaches and a new brightness comes into the world, I beg you to hold on to it. Let it fill your soul with wonder and possibilities for a future that is full of beauty and warmth and kindness. There will be those who don't wish to walk with you, and that is their choice. But maybe choosing hope is a sacred path, one that leads to a life you could never have imagined.